What is going on, guys? My name is Jesse Eby. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'll be releasing weekly content in regards to e-commerce, Shopify dropshipping, and everything online entrepreneurship. If you haven't started a store yet, be sure to take advantage of the link that's in the description. I'm offering free audits for anybody that signs up using that link, and any commission that's earned is invested right back into the channel to continue bringing you guys more powerful content and giveaways and all sorts of fun stuff like that. As some of you guys know, I'm moving in a few days and I'm going to more of a house that accommodates my YouTube and my businesses. I'm making another store, so I wanted to create some content because I'm actually working on the product descriptions right now, and there's so much more that goes to product descriptions than putting what the item is and just, putting it up for sale. There's a lot of techniques and there's methods to the madness that are very important, and it's kind of an art that you need to keep in mind so that you can have product descriptions that convert for Shopify. As my longtime subscribers know, I don't hold anything back when I'm providing content for you guys, so I want you to have a notebook out ready to take notes because this is going to be jam-packed with information, and you can actually take my product descriptions and use it as a template for your own. So I'm really providing some action steps to really benefit you guys. This is going to be a quick video, so I hope you enjoy. Let's go ahead and jump into the powerful content. All right, let's go. All right. Let's jump right into this. I want to give you some actionable steps in regards to product description example, product description writing type stuff. So like I said, grab your notebook. Let's go ahead and jump into this. So when working on product description writing, here's some points you want to keep in mind here. You have to understand when people are browsing products, they only care about one thing. They only care about what benefits them. So you really got to keep things clear on how the products benefit them. Keep everything really clear and simple. And something else to keep in mind, good descriptions are vital before you really have a strong established brand. So the information I give you here is going to be super important for you to take note on. So for example, my first store has a strong enough brand to where I don't have to spend so much time on product descriptions to sell the products to people because my brand kind of sells itself. Now, new stores like the second store that I'm building will indeed need to have some really strong product descriptions, as will yours if you have a new store that you're working on. When you're working on product description writing, do not bother with all the nonsense. So many times I see product descriptions on people's Shopify stores where they kind of like copied and paste all that nonsense. If you saw my last video, you know what I'm talking about. When people are taking time out of their day to view your sales page, they don't even know what kind of material the particular item is, unless the material is, an actual selling point, or by stating the material, it addresses the obstruction that there might be about the product. You just don't want to have so much clutter. You want to keep it simple. There's actually a book that I'm reading called The One Thing. I'll put a photo of it up here. It really talks about how just keeping things simple and focusing on one thing, and that could kind of benefit all aspects of life and just business in general. So product description example, some goals that you want to have when you're working on product description is you want to have a hook. This is the attention grabber, and in the hook you're going to address the problems that the product solves, and it's really going to sell the product. Now I'm going to actually show you an example of all this. This is something good that you can have. Go ahead and screenshot it if you want for reference later, because these are all the aspects that you need. You're going to want to have some bullet points that go over the benefits of the product, and you're going to want to have a section that addresses the obstruction. Now, when I say obstruction, you might have a product and there might be some worries. Like, think of it when you are viewing a product. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to be using like a desktop punching bag for an example. So one obstruction with the desktop punching bag would be maybe the person would think that it's not going to be able to suction to your desk strong enough to be able to take the force of punching. Or maybe they're concerned that they will have to drill holes in their desk in order to be able to attach the desktop punching bag to the desk. You want to think of it from the consumer's perspective. What are you thinking when you're looking at a product that might be an obstruction, a reason that you do not want to buy it? Because in the sales page, you're going to address all the reasons that somebody will not want to buy the product, and you're going to show them a reason why that is not a concern. And one tip is you could actually look at the reviews of a particular product on Amazon or anywhere else where it's sold, and you could look at the negative reviews that people have left. So for example, if I'm selling a punching bag and one of the negative reviews is that they punched it and it popped or it broke, you might address that obstruction and let people know that, the strong material allows for, a certain amount of force so that the product does not break. That's just an example, but you're going to be looking at, say, the 1-star reviews on Amazon. And of course, if there's 1-star reviews for a product, make sure you deal with it with your supplier to make sure that that obstruction, that problem that the product has is fixed before you start purchasing it and drop shipping it. And another thing you guys want to have is a big, clear disclaimer about shipping time. Everybody thinks that they need to hide the fact that the shipping time is going to take a certain amount of days, but I'm telling you, it's more important to have it very clear. And like I've said before, it needs to be on your sales page, it needs to be on your thank you page, your thank you email. It needs to be all over the place to make it very clear how long your shipping time is going to take. And I'm going to show you how to word this in my example, because you do not want any surprises with customers who are used to ordering from Amazon and the product takes a week max, usually a day or two, and then they come to find out that your product has not arrived after a week, after 2 weeks, and then they start thinking you're scamming them. Then they start filing chargebacks and it makes a mess. Make it very clear on your sales page how long shipping time takes. And don't leave after this, because I need to show you guys an example of exactly how to word your disclaimer about the shipping time. So stay tuned for that, you guys. And additionally, you want to have some evident legitimacy that kind of comforts the customer to know that they can order safely, whether it's trust badges, your guarantee that you're offering, and so on. And I'm going to go into more details on this, but let's go ahead and jump into an example here. So for this example, like I said, I'm doing the desktop punching bag. So this is just an example. It's not perfect. I just wrote it up real quick for the purpose of this video. But you see here, you have the hook and you're selling it here. Ever feel frustrated at work? Now you can let it all out without getting fired with the brand new Mr. Punchy Bag. Don't risk jail time by swinging at your boss or colleagues. And then maybe I'd put order yours today. And then you're not going to have this heading 3 size, but I just want to mention, you guys, when you have these parts in your description, you want to have that like as a heading 3. It's a good size. And then you'll have here in kind of bullet points the benefits of the product. And by the way, you guys see how I asked, ever feel frustrated at work? That's a yes question. How many people have never feel frustrated at work? 9 times out of 10, the person's going to answer yes to that. And that puts them in the mind frame that is a yes mind frame. So when you ask them to buy, they're more likely to purchase. Now, the more times that you could actually give someone a yes question raises the likelihood that they are going to go ahead and say yes when it's time to purchase. I do this when I'm speaking directly with customers and I'm upselling them all the time. But this kind of addresses a problem that people have. They're feeling frustrated at work. They might want to punch their boss, and it's kind of funny, nobody would really punch their boss, and then we go over the benefits here. And right here, I just made up some obstructions. I don't know if these are actual obstructions people have with the product, but small size so it fits nicely on your desk. Somebody might be viewing the product and think, oh, well, that's going to take up so much space on my desk. No, it has a small size so it fits perfectly. Suction cup base leaves no need for drilling. They might be thinking, oh, well, I got to drill into my desk. I don't want to buy it because I'll have to damage my desk. Nope, it has a strong suction cup. One concern somebody might have is how weak the spring might be. You might address how the spring is very strong so they could take fierce punches without breaking. And of course, somebody's going to be concerned, at least my main concern, I'm sure other people have this concern, is the suction cup will not actually hold any punching, that it'll pop off the desk. So you might go over and address that in one of the benefits, because now they understand that the suction cup is strong and it'll take a certain amount of force against it without popping off. And you want to have a how to use section. This might not be the best example of a how to use product, but I just want to write an example here. So you tell them, you simply unpack and you mention that it includes a mini air pump. Because somebody might think, oh, well, I want to buy it. That's an obstruction that you're addressing there. Maybe that's something that is a benefit. It includes its own mini air pump. I don't know if this does, by the way, but that's just an example. Simply unpack and pump up with the included mini air pump. Screw the spring to the bag, suction it down, and away you go. So there doesn't have to be a specific section that addresses all the obstructions. You could kind of sneak them in different areas here. And then you want to have an include section, if it comes with a mini air pump. That's probably, since that's an obstruction there, that might be an important part. If somebody's really concerned about the springs breaking, you might indicate that there's 2 springs. One is a replacement. You don't want to lie, of course. But, if there really was 2 springs, the suction cup base, everything it comes with, you could utilize that addressing obstructions as well. And then below that, you want to have like a product video or GIF that's showing the product in use. Because people might be thinking, oh, I don't know if I really want it. But people, when they see videos and they see the products in use, convert to sales incredibly more, like I'm always talking about. So you want to have, if you can, some kind of product video or a GIF showing the product in use. Now, sometimes on AliExpress, they have videos for download and you can edit them yourself. If you watch my videos about creating video ads for Instagram, I kind of teach you how you can make good video ads. But just kind of a bonus tip, you can usually get some videos from AliExpress themselves. So after you have a video there, you want, of course, like I was saying, the very clear shipping time. You guys, this is so important. I can't stress it enough. And here's an example of how you will word it. You don't want to just say straight up, it's going to take, 2 to 3 weeks for shipping. People will be like, what? That's kind of weird. But if you say, due to incredibly high demand, please expect blank to blank days for delivery, that gives social proof on the product. It says, wow, it's in high demand. Okay, I understand if it's going to take 14 to 21 days for delivery because they're selling so much. And then from there, you want to have your legitimacy proof, like your trust badges, your guarantee, a snippet of a About Us section. You want to provide honesty and transparency. So when people read through all that and they're like, well, I don't know if I could trust this company, I don't know them, then you address that obstruction right there and you really close out the deal. And I'm going to show you guys how you can actually find specific products that you are interested in marketing. You can see the stores that have the most successful sales for that product. So you can actually go on their sales page and you could model what they have as their product description. So I'll show you guys the tool I use in a second, but you can see here, they've kept it a little more simple than I would. I would provide a little bit more information, but like I was saying, you guys, for product descriptions that sell, you can actually model others. So let me show you the tool that I use, and the link is in the description for this. But I go here in the description, I have Shopify Spy Tool. But for this example, I could search the item that I want to look at. In this case, I just searched punching bag, and then you could go through and see who's actually selling these products. So there's so much information. I'm not going to go into it too much here. I went into this tool on one of my other videos. I'll link to that in the description. But you simply just go to Store Inspector here, and you could go to Product Insights, and you could click the products that they sell, and it sends you right to their products page. So there's so much power in this tool here. I'm not going to go into it too much. But hey, you guys, leave a comment in the comment section below. It really helps motivate me to continue making content. Drop a like. It really helps my channel to grow and show this content to more people. I'm curious how many of you make it to the end of my videos because I have a plan in the future. Let me know if you've made it to the end of the video in the comment sections. All right, so I hope this was beneficial, you guys. Until next time, peace out.